Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Gurjot Kaur and I make fashion and beauty content. Since wedding season is on, I decided to create this beautiful neutral look that you can do for any event, especially if it's a daytime event, because the focus here is on a glowy, radiant, and dewy skin, which looks beautiful in the daytime. And this neutral look, which you can pair with any outfit of your choice. If it's a daytime event, it's a pool party, or it's a haldi or a mehendi event, this look will go beautifully. If you want to know how to create this makeup look, then please keep on watching. So the first step before doing any makeup on your face is a good skin prep. Moisturize your face very well, and if it's a day event, then don't forget to put sunscreen. After your skin prep is done, make sure to give a gap of at least 1 to 2 minutes before starting with your makeup. I'm starting off by using a primer. I'm going to be using the Fit Me Matte Plus Polish Primer. This much quantity is enough. This is a mattifying primer, and it also kinds of fills in your pores really nicely so that the makeup sits beautifully on top. I have a lot of open pores here around my nose and on my nose. So this is where I'm mostly going to focus my primer application. The next step is color correction. I'm going to use a concealer which is slightly darker than my skin tone and use that as a color corrector. Wherever I have like pigmentation where my skin tone is not even, that is where I like to put my color correctors. And I'm going to take this kind of a dense angular brush to help me blend everything out. You can use a beauty blender and start blending. Makeup is something which is literally trust the process kind of a thing. A good makeup always starts by looking scary, is what I think. अब मेरा face लग रहा है बहुत ज़्यादा orange, but don't worry, trust the process. For the next step, I'm going to use a skin tint. This one is by L'Oreal Infallible in the shade 4-5 medium. This is a very nice, lightweight, super fluid skin tint. So it's very comfortable to wear during any day event, and it has a good stay. For blending, I'm using this round flat brush. So I'm going to use this. It's very lightweight. It has buildable coverage. Now you see suddenly how nicely my color corrector is vanished. If you're applying a foundation, don't go under your eyes. Since I'm using a skin tint and it's very lightweight, it's okay to take a little bit under your eyes as well. I'm just going to apply one more thin layer all over my face. Look at that glow, like my skin is radiating. Whatever you put on your face, drag it down to your neck, because we want everything to look a single tone, right? We need something to brighten everything up. So I'm going to take a lighter concealer. Wherever I put the corrector, I'm going to use this concealer. Okay, so basically under my eyes, especially focusing on the inner corners, a little bit here, and also a little bit here, just to brighten everything up, especially focusing on the center of my face. Now I've put my concealer in and I'm going to let it sit for a while, let it marinate on my skin a little bit so that it blends beautifully. It does its job very well. While this is sitting on my face, I'm not going to waste time. I'm going to contour my face. Okay, so I'm using a liquid contour and I'm putting it right here, a little bit on my forehead, my nose, some on my jawline. Cute. Now I'm going to start blending my contour first and still let the concealer sit. I'm going to start with my jaw. For your cheeks, again, take it upwards. Don't drag it down. Don't bring it towards your mouth. Just keep blending it here and take it upwards into your temple. And for the forehead, again, blend it into your hairline. I'm going to go back to my concealer and start blending that out. If you give your concealer some time to settle in, it is going to give you better coverage. Just blend it upwards and dab it. Don't drag your brush, just tap it. And I'm also going to take some on my eyelid. just to cover some pigmentation and create a base for my eyeshadows. Going back to blending my nose contour, I'm going to blend it downwards and connect it with my brow bone. Next step, I'm going to use a liquid blush, and this I'm going to take, this is a very pigmented blush, so I'm going to take some at the back of my hand. Pick up small amounts of blush, start from the higher portion of your cheeks and start blending it from there. Blend it nicely with your bronzer. Also, I'm going to add a very small amount here in the center of my nose and a little bit on my chin, just to create balance so that everything looks put together. Blending it just on the tip of my nose. This just gives you a nice sun-kissed effect and looks very beautiful in the daytime. Now, once all our cream products are in place, I'm going to go ahead with my foundation brush again and just make sure everything is nicely blended out, especially my concealer. I'm going to be using this loose powder by Swiss Beauty. It's a very nice, affordable loose powder. This comes with its own puff, but I don't like that. So I'm going to use my own pizza puff and take some powder on your puff. Tap off the excess at the back of your hand and gently start pressing it under your eyes. I like to powder around my nose, around my mouth, basically just the center. This is a makeup fixer by Swiss Beauty again, and I'm going to spritz my face to melt all my cream and powders together. Let it air dry. Now let's quickly do the eyebrows, eyes and lips. I'm going to use this eyebrow pencil. This is the Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil. It has a spoolie on one side and the pencil on the other, which makes it very convenient. So first step, I'm going to brush out my eyebrows and see wherever I have sparse areas. Then I'm going to use the pencil and draw a line here and here. Define my eyebrows, fill in any sparse areas that you have. For the eyes, I'm going to be using this neutral eyeshadow palette by Jaclyn Hill. Starting off with this round fluffy brush, pick up this light brown eyeshadow right here, tap off the excess and start putting it all over my eyelid. Slightly smaller brush but still round and fluffy, I'm going to pick up this slightly darker tone. This is a little more towards the rust side. So start from the outer corner and blend it into your crease like that, and blend it outwards and upwards from the outer corner. Now I'm going to take a brown eye pencil, not a black one, since I want a softer look for the daytime. So I'm using this brown eye pencil by K Beauty, and I'm going to create a line which doesn't have to be very neat, honestly, since we are going to blend it out. So I'm just going to create a thin line on my upper lash and also apply this in my waterline. But I'm not going to take it all the way to my inner corners. I'm going to stop halfway. To blend this, I'm going to use this small, very dense and round brush. Now with this brush, I'm going to start smudging that brown liner. Once the smudging is done, I'm going to go ahead again with the brown liner. I'm going to go very close to my lash line and create a super thin line just to create some depth. Now at this point, if you want a matte look, you can leave your eyes here and just put on mascara, but I always like a little shimmer. So I'm going to use this eyeshadow stick by K Beauty. This again has a very beautiful light gold shimmer. I'm going to start applying it all over my eyelid. Keep it below my crease line. This is not supremely pigmented, so it won't look crazy. I'm specifically focusing on the inner corners because I want to kind of highlight that area. And this dries up really quickly, so make sure you keep blending it. Use your finger to blend it nicely. You see, just a hint of this light shimmer really helps in elevating the look of your eyes. I'm also using the same eyeshadow for my inner corner highlight, so just applying a little bit on the inner corners. Now to complete this eye look, I'm going to go ahead with the same small brush and pick up this brown shade that we used earlier, blend it on my lower lash line. This is going to create that balance between the upper and lower lid space, and I'm going to connect it with the upper eyeshadow that I did. Again, don't take it all the way inside. We want to focus the pigment on the outer corners and keep it halfway through the eye. You see the difference? This creates a nice balance in your overall eye look. Now let's quickly finish up the eyes by using a mascara. I'm using a waterproof mascara. I'm not a fan of waterproof mascaras honestly, but I just have it, so I'm using it. Nicely coat your lashes. Focus on the roots because that makes your lashes look thicker. Do not ever forget your lower lash line because it really helps in creating balance, adding depth, and opening your eyes up. Now, since we're keeping the entire face pretty neutral, I'm obviously going to go ahead with a nude lip as well. I'm going to be using this lip liner from Mars. This is in the shade Bloodbath. And I'm going to just define my lips using this. This is a darker, muddy brown sort of a color. Also kind of filling in the corners. And just blend everything using my fingers. Liquid lipstick. This is such a beautiful combination, truly. I mean, it looks fab. Such a nice nude. It has a little bit of a pink undertone in it. And look at that beautiful, beautiful lip combo. This liquid lipstick is by Lakme Forever Matte in the shade Nude Dream. And that's it, our makeup is done. I'm gonna give it one last spritz with the setting mist again so that everything is melted and set in place. Let me add the final touches and I'll be right back. And that is the finished look. I've added a small bindi and these beautiful contrasting earrings with my look, some bangles, my watch. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video as much as I enjoyed making it. Do give this makeup look a try and let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. It would mean so much to me. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.